You've been doing this vegan thing for a while, and you want to know why go raw. Why should you give up cooked foods? And I will tell you actually a couple of reasons why you may want to give up cooked foods. So one reason is you're noticing that you can feel more vibrant, you can have more vitality. Maybe you're having a little laziness in the body, laziness in the brain, and you want to feel more, up. You want to feel that energy, that vibrancy that a lot of raw vegans talk about. And you're interested. You think, I could get a little bit more out of my life. So you want to give it a shot. That's a great reason. Another reason is cooked food can be addicting. And if you find yourself addicted to something, that can cause many problems in your life, as you probably already know if you're experiencing addiction feelings. A lot of foods have like opioid, cooked foods in particular have like a opioid effect on the brain. That's been studied and that's been proven with a lot of different things. Actually, sugar is like that. So when you try to withdraw from some of these cooked foods, which a lot of the cooked foods, just to know, or processed foods that we call S.O.S, which is the combination of the three flavor components that we may become addicted to, that seem to be always mixed in the processed foods, which are salt, oil, and sugar. We call that S.O.S. So wave the white flag and get away from processed cooked foods if you can first. Also the spices and flavors, which is along the same lines as S.O.S, is very, very addictive. And when you're addicted to something, the feeling is it leads you. As we all know, it leads you. You do not feel in control. You do not feel like, those are the terms that people use when they say hangry, like angry and hungry. It's as if something is controlling you. And I've never heard anybody say that they were hangry while having a raw vegan diet. But either way, since we're talking about mental, if you find yourself addicted to anything, there are some steps. There are some reconditioning therapy steps that you actually have to take, because this was being influenced or suggested to us, a lot of us, at a very early age. So a lot of these habits, including cooked food, are die hard, and not just processed cooked food like Doritos or soda. I'm also talking about beverages or candies, which also cook and have that component of oil, salt, and sugar. A lot of those were suggested to us. And now we realize what the health is behind it, or the nutrition is, or lack thereof, like zero nutrition behind it. And at worst, hurting our bodies. Now we're on a path to actually eliminating those foods out of our diet, but we find kickback from ourselves. We self-sabotage because we are addicted. And again, cooked foods is one of the most addicting type of things, because it's not even just a biological thing that I think your body may get attached to a certain type of feeling or a dopamine kick where you feel euphoric for that moment while eating those foods, or ice creams, pizzas, hamburgers, all of those things with the S.O.S components. It's also a social conditioning. So socially, it's acceptable. Like a lot of the holidays, these type of, I can't even call them foods, these type of drug-like food substances are actually celebrated. Like you have a ham, a glazed Christmas ham for Christmas. You have chocolates and milk chocolates for Valentine's Day. Pizza party, birthday cake. So with it weaved into even society, and you may want to go hang out with your family, you might want to go hang out with your colleagues, your friends, and this is the so-called foodstuffs that are weaved into the culture. So it's like a component of isolation, that we have to face. But we care about ourselves, right? So you have to choose. You have to put yourself first. And you have to be brave. And you have to have passion. And you have to have perseverance. To stand in the face of pop culture and say, this is best for me. This is what I choose. I don't relent. And even if you choose to participate, just know and never give your driver's seat back to that type of paradigm where it says S.O.S. is inevitable. I have to eat this way. Oh, look, mama made that. It doesn't matter what mama made, grandma made, or anything. If you needed to get the permission, I'm here to give you the permission that you don't need anybody's permission to change the way you feel, to change your diet, especially for health. So put yourself first, and again, leave the cooked foods alone. If your intuition is telling you and what I'm saying sounds right, just know it can be a spiral downward. And even if you've been raw for a while and you eat a little cooked food, because of those reasons previously discussed, those type of anchors that are kind of left in, whether it's holiday or your friends or even your memories of having these types of cooked and processed foods, you attach it to joy, So a lot of them are like little powder kegs, little explosions just waiting to happen. These memories, unless you know how to deal with them, unless you know how to recondition yourself and relearn and re-educate your mind so that you can put the right face on these memories. Enjoy the joy, remember the joy, but somehow re-educate yourself on what the food was actually representing. Was the food joy? Was it so joyful to eat the food or the ice cream cone or the corn dog at the carnival? Or was it because a feeling that you had? Maybe a feeling of freedom. Maybe you're out of school, maybe it's celebration time, you're around your friends, you feel love. Great, feel love without a corn dog. And if you're challenged on how to do that, we'll continue to speak, and we'll continue to help each other and put each other onto game, and help each other clarify, what the traps are to live in our highest, best self and our best healthy self that we can be. So we're all in it together, and I'm glad that we are, because we're going to help each other not just check ourselves, but we're going to give ourselves grace, and we're going to love one another to our highest form.